All right, guys, we are back with some more Monster Energy Supercross 5. Today we have 2022 Foxborough. Now, we do have two different versions of this track to show you. This first version is probably the best build that we did. The second track is very similar, but the part where it comes back to connect to the first turn is a bit different, and I didn't think it would be that way, so we rebuilt it, and this is what we came up with. So, yeah, the track is pretty good. It's pretty flowy. We have built this track in Supercross 4. This was the track that I thought would have good racing, and yeah, so let's jump into it and check out 2022 Foxborough. Alright guys, this is 2022 Foxborough. This is the first version of the track we made. We have a second version to show you at the end, and then we did make it in Supercross 4. I think we made it better in Supercross 5 here than 4. It just came out better. It was more fun. I feel like if you play the track, you're gonna... You're gonna enjoy this version better than 4. I don't even believe I validated Supercross for Foxborough. So yeah, we will validate this one, but not the second one. There is a billion quads on this track, okay? Maybe a bit of an exaggeration, but there's a ton of quads on this track. I believe 4 quads on this track. Yes, I think they could have some of those quads in real life. Maybe 1 or maybe even 2. You know, with tabletops and rhythm sections, you never know. Some guys jump over it and make it a quad. Some jump onto it. Some use it as a jump. I think this track, I already said it at the beginning, you know, when we made it in Supercross 4, but this track feels like it could have a bunch of different line choices and really good racing, really good passing, a bunch of 180 corners. You know, that's block pass city, 3 different rhythm lanes on it with, you know, kind of long rhythm lanes on it. So different line choices there for the riders to take. I think this track could be really, really good for racing, which is good. Now, hopefully it's not super dangerous. I know somebody said, I think it was the big triple that Hunter Lawrence went down on at Atlanta. He's like, why don't we just start throwing, you know, spikes and nails in between it and, you know, make it 200 feet or 300 feet or whatever. I get what he's saying. You know, the tracks, in my opinion, have been really good and had some unique designs to them, but, you know, there is a point where some of these tracks are getting kind of dangerous. I mean, if the tracks are so dangerous that only half the field is healthy enough to finish out the rest of the season, what's the point? You know, the whoops, I feel like, have been extraordinarily difficult and dangerous at some times, and some of these rhythm sections, I mean, we've said it already, the rhythm sections have had, I swear they've had more quads this year than they have in years past, and this track could be one of those tracks where they have 1 or even 2 different quads on it. I mean, these are really big, long rhythm sections. With the potential to have a quad or maybe even a 5. I mean, I don't know. I mean, that's pretty crazy to say Quinto, but you never know the way they've been making these tracks. So hopefully it's not, what do they call it? Deathcross track. You know, hopefully it's a Supercross track and nobody gets hurt. I mean, there has been a ton of crashes and just not even, you know, putting aside the season-ending injuries. I mean, there's been a bunch of crashing where these guys, I mean, at this time of the season, yeah, they're all going to be kind of banged up and bruised and battered, but it seems more extreme this year. I applaud them for trying to come up with the unique tracks and not just have these super cookie cutter. You know, I kind of thought that some of these tracks were going to be cookie cutter, but they really haven't been. This is probably one of the more standard Supercross tracks of the season, and I'm happy for it. In my opinion, with the 180s and the long rhythm sections, with the tabletops, I think this could be a fun track and a good race. It just depends on how it's built in real life. In the video game, yeah, we built it to be big and fun and dumb and have quads, and sometimes I believe we had a fiver, quinto. It's fun in the game, but there isn't the consequence of getting hurt, and it just sucks to see these guys getting hurt. I mean, some of you might not know, but I think some of you do. We do ride in real life. No, we're not a Supercross racer, but we have done some arena cross and some local arena cross stuff, and yeah, that's not Supercross, but it definitely leaves the potential to get hurt more often, and you never want to see these guys get hurt. If you ride in real life, you sympathize with them and understand that it can be scary, but you got to do what you got to do. If your competition is doing these scary quads and you're in a points battle, you kind of just got to do it. But yeah, I think this track is going to be good. I think it'll be good racing, and just reiterate that, drive this point home, that hopefully it doesn't turn out to be a dangerous track. Yeah, they're fun to watch, but it's not fun for me to watch somebody get hurt, and I'm 100% sure it's not fun for them. I mean, Kyle Peters is the one that keeps coming to mind. That dude got hurt bad. He broke his neck, and I don't know if all you guys know that, but I'm hoping he's doing good and can get a good recovery in. But this is the second version we built. It is virtually identical to the first version. This is the second version. The difference is where it connects back to the first turn. That was a double to the top of the table. In this version, it is just a roller, but the rest of the track is pretty much exactly the same, so I don't have too much to say about it. It is probably not going to be validated. I will probably validate the first version. Sometimes I forget, but Sean, you're always on top of it. You always remind me. So if I do forget, please remind me again to validate it, and I will let you know when it is validated. I usually like to validate it after we do the video, so nobody can play it and see what it's going to be like. But yeah, hopefully it's a good race. A small recap of Atlanta: the 250 class, Hunter Lawrence and Christian Craig and Jet Lawrence ended up getting the podium in the 250 East-West showdown, and Anderson, Tomac, and Sexton was the podium for the 450 class, and it was a good race. Webb came back. He had a strong ride. I'm not sure about Webb. I feel like, I kind of want him to stay with who gave him a chance after his Yamaha stint. That didn't go very good in the 450 class, but I kind of feel like he's not happy. I mean, I'm sure he's not happy defending champ, no wins, but I don't know why. I just have this feeling he might jump ship and go somewhere else, but we'll see. Let me know in the comments what you guys think, but you guys and girls are absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for the support on the channel lately. It really does mean a lot, and until the next video, take it easy.